All right, guys, this is Josh with Phenom Brand. I'm here with my buddy Billy Goodson. One thing I struggle on is doing cardio, right? We all love to lift. We all love to get big. My ego is totally engaged in the gym, lifting weights, right? But one thing Billy's really helped me with is things to do for cardio, things to do for conditioning, and to not forget that that's kind of a pretty important part of being in shape is having some sort of endurance, some sort of metabolic health, right? The heart's pretty important muscle, I guess. So, when I look for people from advice, I like to look for people who have been successful doing it. What was your heart rate when you just recently went to the doctor?
38.
38 heart rate, all right? I'd say is pretty good. That's not what mine is. Mine's like 62, awful. But, Billy, just to kind of, he's a modest guy, 2015, right?
Yeah.
You were third in Masters at CrossFit. You actually went to the CrossFit Games.
I did. I was actually, in 2015, I think I came in 12.
12.
In
okay.
the Open.
In the Open,
And
yeah.
went to the games and
Yeah.
won an event.
Yeah.
at the
Oh,
games.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
What event was it?
The 80 calorie row,
Oh,
40,
wow.
40 shoulder to overhead at 135 and 80 deadlifts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not every day you get to meet someone that's actually been like, hey, people have done the Open, they've done regionals, they get there, but you actually went and competed at the games,
Yeah.
right?
It was a blast.
So, oh dude, I imagine adrenaline rush.
And I learned a lot at 2015, even though I was in pretty good shape cardio-wise, I
Yeah.
learned I wasn't in good enough shape cardio-wise.
Really?
So 2015 is when I really started looking for these ways to improve recovery when I was doing cardio.
Okay. What's that mean? What do you mean?
So if I had to do a 1,000-meter run, being able to get right off that run and go to work.
Sure.
And knowing that pace that I could recover.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So being able to recover while you're working.
Right.
Yeah. That whole concept for me.
And knowing your work capacity, basically, so of what I can push myself to and still get the other stuff done.
Sure.
Yeah.
So everybody likes a challenge. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 5-week assault bike challenge. I've been putting stuff up about the assault bike, certain different workouts. Literally went online, stole different workouts and tried them, posted them for you guys. But what we're gonna do is this is something Billy came up with, and this is a 5-week challenge. Now this isn't what Billy's doing with the people at 229 CrossFit. It's gonna be way harder than this, right? What you explained to me. But we're starting with some rookies here like myself who cardio is not exactly their strong point. And I'll type this up and I'll put it as the post. So it's gonna be a work to rest ratio challenge. It's gonna be 5 weeks, 2 days a week. Day 1, 10 seconds on, 50 seconds off, times 10, right? I did it, it's really not that hard, but if you push hard, it can be. Week 1, day 2, 10 on, 50 off, times 15, right? And what we're doing every week is that day 1 and day 2 is always gonna be 10 rounds or 15 rounds on day 2. We're adding 5% of work, 5 seconds of work and decreasing 5 seconds of rest. All the way up to where you're 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, times 15.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be harder than what I'm thinking? Am I sitting
Yes.
is that gonna suck?
If you really push yourself hard, that's going to be
Okay.
special.
So my goal with this is to have Billy once in a while pop in on here and give a challenge, give some sort of metabolic challenge, right? Whether it's rowing, whether it's bike, whether it's running, whatever it is, we want to give people some things to get in better cardiovascular shape, because it isn't all about just what you can deadlift, what you can clean, what you can snatch, right? That's not really what fitness is. So we're going to do this challenge. Now, we're going to have a base test.
Right.
What was that going to be?
We're going to do a max calorie effort in a minute.
Okay. And again, when I think of a minute, I think not that bad. But I have a feeling there's a hidden devil in there somewhere.
About 30, 35 seconds, you think the timer broke. And you're just trying to hold on.
And you said that you've done 30
I think
calories?
I've done around
30 calories in a minute. Just to give you an idea what's really good, 30 calories in a minute is
I
phenomenal.
mean, I know a lot of that's to do with mass, but just know that you want to compare yourself to yourself on this.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So we do a minute calorie burn or a minute calorie test to start. Then after 5 weeks, you do a minute calorie test to see where you're at.
Right.
I'm gonna do this and see where I'm at, and I'll write it down and I'll give it to everybody. 5-week assault bike challenge. The minute test is what we're going to start with. Let's do it for 5 weeks. I'll post it up. Post your scores. Post what you're doing, some thoughts. Maybe Billy can engage on the page or through Phenom Brand engage to see where we're at. But I'm excited because I need a challenge for cardio.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, do you get bored sometimes?
Oh yeah. You got especially with cardio, if it's not your number one thing, you got to liven it up.
And think about it. It's really 10 and 15 minutes of work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not, to me, I would rather do 10 and 15 minutes of really intense work than go sit on an elliptical for 45 minutes. That's awful.
It's 100 seconds of intense work the first week. That'll say
Sounds
nothing more.
So we'll post this. Billy will get back with you guys more often. We'll see what's this like. Are you gonna do it with your?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'll do too is I'll post what y'all do too.
Okay.
Because I don't think some of these people are gonna be ready for it. Maybe we'll work up to that, and then we'll see what kind of numbers you guys get.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Yeah. Let's do
You
that.
guys got some guys that are gonna pump some good numbers.
Yeah. I got a guy that can do 20 calories in about 12 seconds on that bike, and I don't know how that's possible, but I've seen it.
Oh.
Now, he's a big guy, so a lot of it's about mass.
Yeah. So that's the challenge. We'll post it and we'll check back in with you guys and see how you're doing.